Okay, that's good.
And then the other one, okay, the other group was
Okay, so my name is Marianne and I am going to present to you. I am going to present to you Kaffa Roastery. Kaffa Roastery is a Finnish company that delivers coffee beans from all over the world to Finland, and it operates and roasts their beans in Döveri, Helsinki. Their mission is to make the best possible coffee, and their ideology is that a cup of coffee is not just a hot beverage, it should make an impression. Kaffa Roastery provides truly quality coffee and has won a handful of national Finnish barista competitions. They also won the Nordic Barista Cup last month in Copenhagen. Kaffa Roastery is co-founded of a 12-person staff that operates in Helsinki. Its business takes place widely over the world, mainly in Latin America. They have a wide range of stakeholders, to name a few: the charity foundation Coffee Kids, and of course the farmers on the coffee plantations, and Kaffa's beloved customers in Finland. Kaffa Roastery is well aware of the poor conditions of the coffee industry and the impact that they might have all around the world, and therefore have chosen a way to ally business and charity. They pay a lot of attention to their stakeholders, trying to provide help for poor communities in Latin America. A representative of Kaffa Roastery told that their business is not about the profit or ripping off money from a poor country. They want to give something back for the community that provides them the most essential product that they need in their industry. Kaffa Roastery takes their social responsibilities very seriously, and one of their main goals is to make the world a better place. They work closely with the charity organization Coffee Kids, and a lot of their profit is directed to the target countries which they work with. Their main mission is to provide education and nutrition and focus on making living conditions better in the Latin America by first teaching locals and then hiring them to spread help and educate others.
Okay, I'll tell you about Fazer. It's a private company, and Fazer is over 100 years old, 122, and it's a family company, and it's produce fresh bakery products and sweets. They also have food services. Fazer has over 15,000 employees. It's known as a responsible company, and they operate all over the Nordic countries. Company does strong cooperate with multiple domestic suppliers, which is respected at high level. As they say, Fazer's mission is to create taste sensations. Stakeholders and responsibility. Different stakeholders affect Fazer's action, for example, consumers, communities, suppliers, environmental issues. Fazer is a responsible operator and creates well-being to the community by workplaces. Fazer cooperates with local markets and use domestic raw material supplies. It's one of the ways to keep the cost in budget and be more ecological. Environmental issues are crucial in today's Finland. Fazer carries that with pride and pays attention, for example, reduce waste of energy sources and water. Communities are pleased to hear improvement issues like that. Consumers are one of the important groups of stakeholders. It's a source of income, of course. Consumers are tender of what they eat. In long term, it's vital for the company to maintain hard-earned image. Fazer is a well-known company, and the level of healthy and quality issues, especially food products, is everything. Fazer is also found a respected place to work. In long term, that's key to success. Employees and families respect that thing also. Innovations are part of the company, and Fazer constantly listens to consumers' feedback and creates new products. Responsible work between ethical, environmental, and employee issues have been the key things to provide making company. To be a good example, Fazer has signed the UN's Global Compact contract. Company supports human rights, fight against child labor, and commit to do environmental environmental friendly business.
Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Antti, and I'm going to tell you about a little bit about Yle. As some of you might know, Yle is called Yleisradio. It's a Finnish public limited company which was established at 1926. At the first they began to produce only radio programs, but soon at 1957 the television programs started in the Finnish televisions. And color television programs began at 1969. And today, Yle has a set of different television channels and significant number of radio channels. And as a public limited company, and 99.98% owned by state, Yle's funding comes directly from the state, and thus the state has established so-called Yle tax. And this tax is collected annually from private individuals along with the other taxes. And Yle is not only an important information provider, but also a substantial employer with more than 3,000 employees. And these employees are in a vital position, and therefore Yle applicates this group of strategic stakeholders to actively have an open dialogue and to seek ways for work culture development. And Yle constantly faces a number of challenges with its external and internal stakeholders. For example, Finnish aging population has its own demand and what kind of programs Yle should show and when. And to fulfill these demands, Yle has taken concrete actions such as showing programs which are adjusted just for elderly citizens, like black and white movies at the daytime. And even though that Yle is the largest media producer in Finland, with the market share of 45.2% of Finnish television viewers and 53% of the radio listeners, Yle faces a hard competition with international channels and other cable channels. And of course, nowadays when we have a World Wide Web, it's also a competitor of Yle's so-called monopoly in Finnish television.
Okay, then it's my turn to tell you about Finnair. Finnair is Finland's largest airline company that flies both domestic and international flights. Finnair is part of One World Alliance and therefore functions internationally. Finnair is the only Nordic airline that connects European people, companies and cargo to Asia, which is important for modern global issues today. Keeping the image as a reliable and safe company is crucial to Finnair, and when it get the safest airline in 2012, it was important for customers as a safety and security issue. And Finnair is also the most punctual airline connecting to the world's most busiest airport, London Heathrow, according to the flight on time info. And that's very important for customers and employers as a timing stakeholder, but most important is for the shareholders of the company, because being late even for 1 minute could cost thousands of euros for the company. Government of Finland owns the major percent of Finnair, but that's a good thing because government supports Finnair and secures connections to Europe that way. Non-governmental organizations and sustainable development companies what was I going to tell you about here? On the next page, I'm sorry. Finnair tries to be as environmental friendly as an aircraft possibly can be. For example, by using the latest technologies, maintaining engines, and by reducing the use of chemicals, and when possible to land, they use technique called gliding technique. They don't have engines on when they get back to Earth. In offices, Finnair tries to decrease the use of electricity, water and heat, and also paper waste. These are small details for aircraft to try to be environmental, but it creates a more environmental picture of the company, and that's what is important. And then the sources.
Good. Any questions or comments?
Anyone?
All right. I think you've given a good presentation, selected good companies, interesting. Well,